tutorials. In this particular tutorial, we're going to show you how to convert target variable's value to a slightly different value. So do some post-processing on the values to display a different type of data. So what I have here is a simple GUI Composer application with two edit boxes. One is an input, so this is going to simulate my target variable, and another widget for the output. In this particular case, we're going to do a QMath conversion, specifically Q2 conversion. So to be able to add custom post-processing to the values that are coming off the target, we need to create a custom new JavaScript file that will add some boilerplate code to our application. And specifically, the section we're interested in is this GC data bind registry. So what this is going to do, we're going to uncomment this particular section, and we're going to completely replace this with our target variable. So as you can see here in the documentation, we're going to be doing this specific type of a function. So widget ID property name, this is specifically the widget that we want to show some sort of a post-process value. So we're going to specify the widget ID and the property name. In most cases, this is the value property. Target variable, this is our source for the data. So in this case, normally you would enter your target variable. In this case, we're going to enter the value of our input widget. And then you just specify the two functions that actually do something with the data. So this is called a getter. So for example, when you're getting the value from the target, and setter is when a function that does the math conversion when you want to set a particular value. Okay, so let's the widget ID, and we are going to be using this value property. So let's open this file again. So we'll just replace this text box value property. So now we're going to basically be setting the variable, the value here. Now let's get our source widget. So we're going to bind it to this particular widget just as an example to keep things simple. But this is where you would normally enter your target variable name. Value. We're going to adjust this function to make sure it's value. We're actually going to create two different functions. This particular one will be a setter, and this one will be, the other way, getter and a setter. So what I'm going to do now is just copy and paste the actual functions. So I have some pre-made variables just to save a bit of time typing. And we're going to do the same thing for the setter. Now we have our function, that custom function that does some data processing configured. So we're going to exit out of here. We're going to preview our application. And let's see if setting a value now changes it to Q. And you can see here. And the second function that does the reverse allows us to convert it back to integer. So